Hi, hello, I hope everything's just fine. Welcome back to the Inktober 52 extravaganza, part 3. Isn't that crazy? We're at part 3 already. After the first 26 prompts, we're back at it again with the next 13 prompts. If you don't know already what Inktober is basically one drawing a week and you have a word for it, okay? That's it, okay. Let's just get to it. Here's my sketchbook. And I made it, and I'm gonna tell that every time I'm gonna throw my sketchbook on the table. All right, I made it. I'm super proud of it. And yeah, let's start with the first prompt, which is eyes. That's crazy, right? Well, it's not that crazy. It's just eyes. I didn't really know what to draw, so I just didn't want to draw eyes. It would have been really boring. I could have done like anime eyes, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, that's kind of boring. So I drew this figure who's covered in eyes, you know, he's all black and he's like sad. He's like in this floating state. Maybe it's just like a weird representation of a person who can see everything. I mean, that would be really fucked up, like to have eyes all over your body. Like your brain couldn't comprehend all this sensory input and you would just probably crash. I don't know. Am I reading too much into this? I don't know. I thought it looked like a cool visual and I had to draw with the negative space because I was coloring the whole thing in. I think it turned out pretty good. Did I have a voice crack? I think I did. Whew, talking is really difficult sometimes. Anyway. Wires. This one was I don't know how it was, honestly. I just wanted to draw something different. And well, you know those really cool Japanese streetways that are really aesthetic, like neo wave type of stuff thingies? Well, anyway, I just googled the Japanese streetway and like the narrow ones. And there are just wires hanging all over the place. That's the first thing I thought of when I heard the word wires, or when I read it, rather. So I just drew an interesting narrow Japanese streetway with a lot of wires hanging around, and well, it was really really challenging, but you know, it's okay. If you put enough lines in enough places, it will look like something. I think it turned out okay. You know, I had a reference which was easier than from my mind, but continuing with the Japanese area tradition thingy, next prompt was garden, which was difficult to come up with, like to represent it in a drawing. Like what else can I do? I just drew a Japanese inspired garden, also with a reference, obviously. It's just really thematic today, right? Like Japanese stuff. Well, honestly, these are the only two Japanese stuff. But hey, they were back to back, so that's pretty relevant, I guess. Yeah, there was a fountain. I can't really put like contrast in this drawing, mainly because it's just black and white, right? Ink drawing, so I can't really emphasize the greenery and the bonsai tree, but oh well, it's alright. Next up, we had the word sandy. I mean, come on. What else can I draw? I draw Sandy, obviously. I just drew Sandy from SpongeBob. Yep. Yep. There's not much more to say. She's like kind of floating. She's in water, right? She's like an astronaut squirrel in water. And I drew a sand. What's that called? Sand clock. Sand. You know, sand clock. Sand clock. I don't know. Whatever. Hey. I'm being tired of myself. What's happening? Oh god. Anyway, Sandy. let's stretch out my sketchbook and go edit further. Is that even English? I don't know. UFO. Obviously, me being so creative in this episode, as in all the episodes, check them out, please. I drew a UFO. This was actually more fun because I just colored the whole page in. Well, not colored, I just put black ink on it. And of course, what does a UFO do? Kidnap? Well, let's just say borrowing cows. So it's a field of cows that didn't turn out too good because, you know, it just didn't. Whatever. It's alright. It's a UFO kidnapping cows. That's basically it. I think it turned out really good. I really like it. Well, mainly because it's just covering the whole page and it's just not white and plain. But oh well. The weird cow white spots look kind of bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it turned out okay. Whatever. You let me know. I don't know. Next up, tail. What do you think of when you hear tail? Well, for me it was the nine-tailed fox, right? Like the Naruto Uzumaki type of thingy. Also, it's a Japanese... Oh, wait. Japanese. A Japanese spirit, I think. Or Korean. I don't know. But back at it again with the Japanese references. I drew a fox, which is... I think I know the word in Japanese for fox. Kitsune? If that's correct, please give me an award. Or actually just subscribe. I think it's kitsune. I don't know why I know that, but hey, I'm a weirdo. So of course I would know the word for fox in Japanese. And well, I drew this like fox who's bringing sexy back with his or her huge tail. I don't know. I had a reference, so that helped me out a lot. It didn't turn out too good. It's alright. I kinda messed up the face. I don't know how to render fur, but oh well. Continuing on with brain. I was honestly so mad because I had last time at the prompt with the dinner, which was in the first part of Inktober52. I had a plate of a headless man with a brain on a plate for dinner. I don't know what it meant, it was metaphorical, but hey, whatever, brain. And as I always do, I insert myself in any prompt I can, so I just drew myself, you know, like kind of like my intro, like the face split, except it's like head split, so my brain is kind of floating with those whirly lines. I don't know, I kind of like it. Those whirly lines from my head kind of remind me of Junji Ito's artwork. If you don't know who that guy is, oh, back at it again with these Japanese references. He's a Japanese artist who mainly draws horror. I'm sure you saw some of his work. If you didn't, just check some of his work out. But yeah, he does the whirly cool thingies that are more horror than what I drew. But I think that was the main inspiration. I don't know. I just didn't want to leave it blank. So hey, it turned out okay. I don't know. Alright, continuing on with Gauntlet. I had a little bit of fun with this one. I just designed a gauntlet. I could have done the Infinity Gauntlet, like the Thanos snap thingy. Or I initially wanted to draw that, and then I thought of an Assassin's Creed Gauntlet, you know, like hidden blade, cool thingamajiggies. But I was looking at more gauntlets and I was pretty inspired, so I just drew a hand with my own personal gauntlet design. What? Hold on. Jesus. I just drew a gauntlet from scratch. I think it looks good. I could have done way more, like actually rendered it and put it like a little bit more detail into it. Well, not more detail, but more shadows, you know, contrast. I didn't do that. It's really concepty, or first sketch concepty. But oh well, Gauntlet. Continuing with balance. First thing that came to mind was that the statue that's holding a balance or a scale. Scale. Yeah, that's the word. Scale. I think it's called Lady Liberty or statue. No, Statue Liberty. That's the. Excuse me. That's the New York one. Lady Liberty, I think. Oh well, doesn't matter. I found the reference, obviously, and because I couldn't fit in the whole thing, and it wasn't about her, it was about the balance. I drew her with a blindfold, because she has a blindfold, because Lady Justice. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Lady Justice. They are usually in lawyers' offices, right? Yeah, I don't know. But hey, there's a scale which indicates balance. That's crazy. Drill. Alright, so imagine this. POV, you're a screw, and John Wick has a screwdriver. No, a drill. That's the word, drill. It's so dumb. I just drew a screw, and you're basically seeing it from the perspective of the screw, and John Wick is coming with the drill to screw you over. Please tell me I'm not the only one who finds this funny. Oh boy. Hey, John Wick turned out pretty good. Obviously I had the reference, and I don't know why I thought of that. I don't know why, man. I really don't know. I don't know what to say about the likeness. I think it turned out okay, but hey, if you draw like a slight beard with that hair, and the suit is basically just John Wick, Mr. Keanu Reeves himself. I don't know, I don't like the likeness, but I like the premise. Look at him, his intense look, coming to get you, coming to drill the screw. Crazy. Anyway, next one was 37, which was fragile. Boy, I really didn't know what to do. What's that called? I think it's back to the Japanese references, because I'm crazy today with the Japanese references. I don't know why, man. I don't know. Do you know the art of kintsugi? When something breaks and they repair it with golden marks on it, like in the cracks they pour gold in it, so it's basically prettier than it looked. I think it's called kintsugi, and I wanted to draw a ball that's cracked and make it like, the cracks golden. But a ball would have been too boring, so I just googled a bunch of balls, and this is what Google gave me. So it was a really nice exercise, actually, because I could have just practiced cross-hatching and all that. And also there's a cracked ball, which is good, because it goes well with fragile, and the rest of the balls are also fragile. I don't know, man. It's pretty good though. I really like how it turned out. I'm glad I followed the actual reference, because I actually just googled it, and I was like, should I just make up my own type of balls? But no, I didn't. I wasn't really trying to be original with this one, so oh well. Balls. They're fragile. That's good. That was the word. Moving on. Hats. Coming up with the same idea, actually, just a bunch of balls stacked on each other, which are basically hats. I mean, I don't know if that's what I wanted to say. Oh well, I basically took the same concept from the fragile drawing, from the ball drawing, and just drew a bunch of hats stacked on top of each other. First hat is like a dad hat. Second one is like a French beret. Beret? I don't know, man. I think that's how it's called. Then there's a bucket hat, a beanie, a cowboy hat, a Peaky Blinders type of hat, and last one, of course, is the Abraham Lincoln hat. I don't know how it's called. I didn't really Google it. I just came up with these hats, and initially I just wanted to draw hats, but hey, I had to draw a character guy you know, kind of peeking out of the bottom of the page, just having all these heads. He's a crazy dude, man. Last one, dungeon. Oh boy, I was so excited for this. Well, even though it didn't turn out too good, I was listening to a lot of Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. And if you don't know what that is, please check them out. Some of them are really, really good. Or play Dungeons and Dragons. I just cannot play because I have like 2 friends, which is my mom and myself. And I cannot play Dungeons and Dragons with her. But yeah, dungeon. I drew a dragon peeking out of the darkness in this like dungeon-esque, sewer-esque area. I wanted to play with the contrast here because there's a character with a sword who has a torch, and I wanted to make it like cool backlit, not backlit, but like one light source, which would be the torch. And oh well, I don't know what to say. The dragon didn't turn out how I thought it would, or how I wanted it to turn out. It kind of blends in with the brick pattern, but hey, that's okay. That's okay. Oh well, here we are at the end of another Inktober 52 part. I really like this one. I don't know, it was kind of fun, you know, I didn't think a lot, I was just drawing. I like the Japanese garden and the street, that turned out pretty good. Most of them were not original, obviously. Yeah, but it was fun, you know? I had the word, I was drawing. I don't draw a lot, and this is a really nice way for me to just draw more. John Wick, man, the John Wick one was really fun. That cracked me up. But yeah, let me know which one was your favorite. Let me know what you think of these drawings. Let me know anything, man. Like anything. What's up with you? I hope you're doing good. Don't worry about stuff, you know. Just take it easy. Check out my other parts, part 1 and part 2. They're fun. Yeah, you know, just chill. See you at the end of the year with the last part. And yeah, subscribe and all that YouTube jazz. And you know, take care, bro. Have fun, take it easy. Alright, talk to you. See you. Bye. Bye.